All right, and we're back. And a little bit has happened in the last few minutes. The situation is getting a little bit clarified now. One problem remains, how am I going to spring my queen into action? It seems like this would be a very good diagonal to do it on, but the knight is in the way. What if happens if I move the knight here? Does he close this? No, because my queen will come here with an annoying threat, I think. What happens if I go straight for the jugular, queen to b3? Can I pull it off? I don't see it. Yeah, that knight on d7 is a bit too annoyingly strong currently. Let's turn on some music. My Discover Weekly came up with some really good stuff recently. I don't know. Never heard this before. Let's see what it's like. A whiter shade of pale. Oh, it's that song. Nah. Theme from A Clockwork Orange. That sounds more interesting. Some madness. So he seems to be under a bit of pressure here. He's taken quite a few minutes over his last 2 or 3 moves, and a lot of time on this move as well. So, well, he does need to come up with a plan. What would I do if I were in his shoes? I'm tempted to try to break this open, but it seems to backfire tactically. Yeah. I mean, it might make the position a little bit unclear, but it should backfire because of this rook on f2 and causing a new array of attacks to worry about. His pieces aren't quite well poised to take advantage of any opening up of the position. Maybe pawn here and then there, just to force at least some concession on my side to have to move my own pawn up, after which there might be some long-term threats along this diagonal or even on the back rank. But it's not optimal either, because this pawn will become critically weak. Of course, you can just capture it. So pawn up here, knight up there, and then pawn captures this pawn, followed by this pawn captures that pawn, and looks like we might be actually facing that situation. Should he do it anyway? Yeah. Or should he give him a check first? Throw in a check first, or If you throw in a check, you can see how he responds. Does he block it with a pawn? Does he move the king back? And that might help inform your next decision, actually. Maybe the knight is better placed here. I don't know. But I think I'll get a better clue based on whether he does this or that. Okay, he's gone with that move. Now I have the potential to play spicy chess, masala chess as I like to call it. Pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes with check. Pawn takes with check, and he has a fairly easy defense, after which queen takes pawn. What happens materially? +1, -2, -1. I'm actually going a point down in that whole exchange. Maybe it's not necessary. Maybe knight here, force reinforcing, go capture, capture, and then push the pawn up. So I'm keeping the knight now in a more defensive capacity, and I'm going to focus on this diagonal and use the double pawn to my advantage. That sounds like the right plan here. So somehow I pulled off a magic trick. The queen was here, the knight was there, and now the queen has managed to hop over and come here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I'm glad I didn't commit to my original plan of bringing the knight there, because I saw it didn't actually do much. So credit to me for that. That's all I'm saying. Okay. That was John Sibelius, by the way. Okay, now we got a new song, Searching for a Lost Horizon by Scandroid. Monochrome. Pretty eerie music. Okay, I can consider this approach, and it should be good somehow, but I'm not sure how. Or I could even play f5 just to really, I don't know, cramp things down a bit. I think I should calculate it a bit more clearly. Let's see. Turn down the volume a bit. Pawn up. If he doesn't do anything about it, okay, he might move knight there. Yeah. Can just push the pawn up once more then. Yeah, that's good. So pawn up, knight there I don't care about. Maybe if he takes back, then what happens? We got the queen diagonal, and it looks like he's starting to get exposed, but how exactly? I mean, one idea is, do you push the pawn up? And if he captures, you capture back. Queen comes in the way. And then you can take this pawn, which is some form of opening up of the position. What else could happen? Go up, capture, push it up, and then he advances his pawn up, trying to stay rock solid. You can just advance with check, and he'll have to move his king back. It's not really a big deal, but it's something. I mean, it's not a bad position for me. Pushing up here is a bit like, I don't really know what to do here. Let me just do something. I think I need to be a bit more confident about. I mean, look at it. Queen is on him, rook is on him, bishop is potentially on him, the other rook potentially, and this knight is not too far away. And I got a lot of pawns coming too, so the numbers are adding up. It's not very clear yet how it's going to work out, but it should work out. All right, now in this game I only have until minute 8 to play all my moves. That's the time limit we've agreed on. So I only have 4 or 5 minutes left, actually. Okay, we're going to go to part 2 of the video in a second.